So a personal example of a mess up or a quote unquote failure turned into a win came about during my college basketball tryouts. So of course you can read about the full story in my book right through it, but to sum things up, in 2014 at my first ever tryout, which took place just a week prior to my life-threatening illness happening at Cornell University, I have an unbelievable tryout and I don't miss a shot the entire tryout. But that's not what I'm going to be focusing on here. So in 2016 though, just a year and a half to 2-ish years post getting out of the hospital and into my whole healing journey from a life-threatening illness, I was working my way back up as a basketball player and as an athlete, but of course I was still and am still healing from all these major health issues at the time of filming. Anyways, I was back to my crazy training, and I was no longer at Cornell, but now I was at NYU. And so I decided to write to the NYU coach to see if I could try out for that team as a walk-on, and of course I also made sure to send them some game tape. So I was told to first join the team in some open runs, in which the players themselves would be running them, but the coaches were going to be watching. So if you're planning on trying out as a walk-on, you don't know any of the players, you're super undersized at only 5'6", and you have speech challenges and all these health challenges like I was dealing with, you're already at a major disadvantage, and also no one wants to pass you the ball, because of course none of these guys want you taking their spot. And since these were open runs, the coach isn't going to force them to pass me the ball. And on top of this, I'm not, nor have I ever been a super vocal or assertive guy.
No, be assertive!
That's just never been my nature or my personality. I'm someone who prefers to lead by example. So anyways, I get into these open runs. I show up after having trained like crazy to get prepared for these. First one comes, and keep in mind this is also in between classes, and since no one wants to pass me the ball, I'm basically just running up and down the court over and over again. Maybe I touched the ball once this whole time. No one was going to pass to the short walk-on hopeful, who no one knew either. Then in between games, all of us had to shoot for teams, and to even get into the next game. Now I'm not trying to make excuses, I'm just telling you guys what happened. So I was dealing with the start of some injuries, which once again you guys can read more about in my book. I had been spraining my ankle a bunch, and the elbow on my shooting hand was starting to bother me as well. And I had just played in the game where I didn't get any shots, nor did I get any warm-up shots beforehand. So I step up to the 3-point line and airball in front of everyone. I felt so embarrassed, I wanted to cry and just run out of there. And after that day I did cry to my parents. I told them how hard I worked and how frustrated I was not touching the ball at all, and how it felt like no one wanted me there, and it wasn't even worth it to go back. They of course gave me encouragement and belief, and my dad told me how amazing he knows I am, and he said to me that I can't quit just because of one bad day. At the very least, finish it out, and if I don't make it then, at least I'll be able to say that I tried, and I gave it my all.